Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM and welcome back to the Calmsden Chronicles here down on Calmsden Farm. I do hope you're doing very well and having a wonderful day. So I'm just on my way down to the store. We're going to go and lease a mower and a tedder, although I'm going to do that in stages so I don't waste money unnecessarily, to deal with our field. We've got field 16, which is a field of grass up to, down towards the south of the map on top of the hill, kind of in the distance opposite George's farm. Yeah, we need to get that mown and tedded up and turned into hay for the cows. Now I'm just going to be leasing one of the basic base game, cheapest mower setups. It's the Kuhn GMD 8730FF rear butterfly mower and the GMD 3123F front mower. We'll get those two leased because they're the cheapest ones. We don't need to waste too much money. Hey, up, just ran over a deer. Sorry. It's his fault for spawning right in front of me, isn't it? So yeah, that's the plan. I think we're just going to focus on the grass field for today. Get that dealt with. So let's just pull up here very quickly. We'll jump into the menus. So this is the ones we want. So we want the GMD 3123. Let's lease that for £484 and the 8730FF there. Let's lease that for £12.75. Lovely stuff. Right, which way round are these facing? There's the PTO. Get this connected up and get cracking on with the work. Now I have, we're in the same game day as we were in the end of the last episode. ETO and cables. But what I have just done is I've slowed time down just to half speed. And I haven't thought this through, have I? I've still got my front weight attached. Not very sensible, was it? Let's get that dropped off. We can just leave that here for now. We'll pick that back up when we come back and return the equipment. There we go. This thing hitched up. ETO, cables, lift up. There we go, lovely stuff. Right, so let's make our way to the field. Now, this video is essentially, quite possibly, going to be one of the very last that I create for Farming Simulator 22. We are currently on the 7th of November. Obviously, as we all know, the new Farming Simulator 25 lands with us on the 12th. I'm very excited for that, I've got to say. It's going to be pretty awesome. Really looking forward to the new game and what we can create with that. Now I know it's going to be a wee while before mods and maps and stuff land for us and add a bit of variety into the game, but I'm sure the base game stuff, with all the work and time that Giants have put into the new game, there's still going to be plenty of stuff to keep us busy. All the new features to explore, the new build menus, the new maps. Really, really exciting times. It's the first time for me as a content creator that I've been around making content for the game whilst a new game has been released, so kind of a new experience for me as well. But yeah, exciting times, people, exciting times. So, but yeah, so but like I say, this is quite possibly going to be one of the last videos that I create on Farming Simulator 22. I am a dog. Try not to run him over as well. Yeah, I may well possibly, I'm considering doing some kind of like just a relatively brief but I suppose relatively somber fond farewell to Farming Simulator 22 in the coming days, because it has been a wonderful ride, I've got to say, for me especially, since finding the game, the genre I suppose, back in halfway through Farming Simulator 19. Since I found FarmSim 19, I haven't, and then onwards into 22, I haven't played any other video game. I used to have quite a broad church, I suppose, when it comes to playing games, but since finding this one, it's just captured me, captivated me, and I absolutely adore it, and hence that's why I do what I do now. Right, so here we are. This is our field, 33 acres of grass. So we're going to get this mown, and then we'll trundle back to the shop, rent a tedder, and get it turned over into hay, and we'll go from there. So let's drop that down. Power you on. Get the front one selected. Drop that down. Power you on, and off we go. So as per usual, I'll throw a bit of music behind this job. I'll pick you up in a bit.
In this life, let me live, breathing in the air of your fire, undefined soul's desire. You don't even know what you did. Now I'm on fire, fire, burning, burning out of control, taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own. I'm falling head over heels with you, turning me inside out my thighs. No rules, I wanna fly my heart to the moon, cross the sky where I cannot lose. Wishing for what could make this true. Covered in magic, I don't look at all like myself. My mind is dancing all the time. Your lips are playing, oh how you staring at me. My heart is fading. You got me begging, I'll run into what I need. I'm falling head over heels with you, turning me inside out my thighs. No rules, I wanna fly my heart to the moon, cross the sky where I cannot lose. Wishing for what could make this true. I'm falling head over heels with you, turning me inside out my thighs. No rules, I wanna fly my heart to the moon, cross the sky where I cannot lose. Wishing for what could make this true.
Right, this is us now, just getting the last little strip here on this far edge of the field, and then that's all done. Now, the yield seems pretty good. I've got the precision farming map data all loaded in for this field. If I jump into the menu there, as you can see, now a large portion of this field is actually silty clay, so the numbers we were going to get were only ever going to be as good as what we're going for there, maybe 65-70%, upwards of 85 to 90. But we do have some green in the field. That's one good thing, I guess. It's all good. And that comes from the loamy area of the field. So, it's all good now. Job done. There we go. So let's get ourselves turned around. We're going to get this mower taken straight back to the shop. I'm going to pick up the tedder. And we also will need to lease a rower as well to get it all rowed up. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to get the tedding and the rowing done off camera and get these jobs done. Obviously, I've got no idea of the numbers yet that we're going to get from this field. It was deceivingly big, actually. I kind of remembered this field to be a bit smaller than it was. It's even running at 13 miles an hour with this just shy of 9 metre wide mower setup. It's taken just north of an hour. But it's all good. Excited to see the numbers we get from this. And when we've got things all baled up, I'll be able to figure that one out. So, let's get ourselves back to the shop. I'll sort all this equipment out and I'll pick you up in a short while's time. when we're all rowed up and ready to get baling. Come on, up the hill, big lad. Got the baler attached now. That's the rowing and the tedding all finished. Now I'm actually going to be, I'm going to make my way to into this field from the top entrance down the lane here, because that's where the play course starts off. But yeah, 2 jobs well done. Though I did actually completely stop time there for an hour or so. It's a couple of hours work getting all those done, but purely for the purposes of being able to finish this episode with a bit of daylight and get this job done in a bit of daylight as well. I've just, like I say, stopped time for a bit just so I'm not playing in complete darkness. But I think this is us now, somewhere on the left-hand side. Pull ourselves into the field without driving over our very nicely laid out rows. So, this is us here. I think for this one, I'm going to pop it into a bit of a time lapse. Get that picked up. Come on, power up. Why is that not powering up? Make sure my heads-up display's on. Why is my baler... There we go. I was literally pressing the same button there, turn on baler, and it was having none of it. Right, anyway, sorted. So, I'm going to get this job fully done in a bit of a time lapse. It's going to be a long one again. But I'm very keen to see the number of bales we get at the end of this. So I'll see you all again in a wee while's time.
Let me know, do you feel me too? Let it show, 'cause babe, I'm into you. We've been on and off, in and out, up and down, too many times.
Right, well I know it might not look like much, but this has taken me longer to do this than it took to actually mow, row and ted up the field in the first place. I kind of had my eye on this shed here, which is just literally behind where we have the straw bales. And I thought, yeah, they'll go in there. I'll put them in there. And then I realised it was going to be a little bit tricky. Like getting reversing this thing out of here. How many times I've done this in the last few hours. It's just after 8 o'clock at night, by the way, in game now. It's taken me some time to get this done, but perseverance pays off. Call it what you will. Stubbornness, pig-headedness, a sheer unwillingness to face facts in the face. That it would have been a lot easier to stack them just in here instead of over here. But anyway, what we have in front of us now is 143 bales. That's what we got off the field. 7,250 litres a bale brings us to a grand total of 1,036,753 litres of hay. What a job that was. Been working under the headlights of my JCB and the telehandler for the last couple of hours. But it might not look like much, but I'm going to show you. I'm just going to jump into flight mode very quickly and just kind of creep up into the rafters, because one of the reasons why this has been tricky is that the rafters have collisions. And as you can see, if I just get myself to roughly about the right height, there's literally a matter of inches in it that it's almost the perfect height for stacking 4 bales high. So right the way back to the back of the shed here, perfectly, almost neatly stacked. So very happy with that. Like I say, stubbornness certainly played a part, but I told myself if it's the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to stack them in this shed. And ironically, thinking about it, technically this has now become the last thing I am going to do on Farming Simulator 22 job wise. Get all of those bales into that shed. So job done. Now I suppose, as I said before, that's for the cows. So the cows have got a big stack of straw to fall back on now. We've got a load of hay. And over in the bunker, we do actually have about 122,000 litres of chaff fermenting away. So into the future, if I do decide to jump back onto this save for any reason, whether it's nostalgia reasons halfway through FARMERSIM 25 or for whatever reason, if I do decide to jump back on here, at least I now know that the cows are stocked up. And we can hit the ground running, as it were. But, yeah, big job. Well done, if I don't say so myself. I knew I had that grass field to tackle from the beginning of this series. And so I suppose this is technically the last episode of this series. And we've got that grass field tackled. So, there we go. What a way to finish Farming Simulator 22, I must admit. This game is really... It means a lot to me, this game, because this was the game that I started my channel on. So... It's going to be a somber goodbye, I suppose, but onwards and upwards, moving on to quite literally pastures new. Very much looking forward to it. I really am. It's going to be very exciting, and I do hope you will all come with me for the journey, creating some new content on 25. See where the journey takes us. But so I suppose for this episode, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it here. But firstly, I want to say a massive thank you to all of my channel members who've jumped on board and are supporting me. Throughout my journey here on YouTube. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much for all your support. For everyone else who has, I suppose, watched my channel from day one on Farming Simulator 22, I want to say a massive thank you to you all as well for your time. Any minute that you've spent of your time watching any of my videos, the thumbs up, the likes, giving the likes and the comments there. It's been a wonderful journey so far. So again, going back to the very beginning, from if you've watched anything like from my very first series on Edgewater through to HAYMAKER, my crossplay series with Mrs. Sim Gamer on Purbeck, and then moving forwards onto Court Farms, my own Court Farm series, Silonka to Heaton County, Iowa, the Missouri River Bottom, McCallie Farm, Deutschland, Loma, Montana, the Vintage Oaks, and of course here on Calmsden Farm. Any of you who've watched and given a thumbs up and a like in just a couple of minutes of your time, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It has been a wonderful journey so far. So yeah, I suppose from me, FARMERSIM, and from here on Calmsden Farm and Farming Simulator 22, it's been a wonderful journey, it really has. To Giant Software as well, if any of you guys are watching, you're probably not, but hey, thank you for creating such a wonderful game. To all the modders who've made mods and maps, thank you for all the time that you spent making mods. And of course to Oxygendavid as well for making this absolute masterpiece of a map, and all your other work as well, of course, mate. Court Farms, very much looking forward to Whitcomb Park Farm on Farming Simulator 25. But to all of you, modders, map makers, everyone, thank you so much. It really has been a wonderful journey so far, and I can't wait to get my teeth into Farming Simulator 25. So, anyway, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a little bit of fun and a little bit interesting. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button, jumping on board, joining the channel. Please give the video a like. It does do wonders and helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing a DLC, an add-on, a season pass, or even the full game itself, or even pre-ordering Farming Simulator 25, and you like the idea of helping a content creator out and supporting their channel, as always, I would be massively appreciative. So thank you again for your time, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in Farming Simulator 25.